We're looking to help our people and our clients process freight shipments a lot faster, more efficiently, and much more accurately.
Welcome to CCJ Innovators. I'm CCJ Tech Editor Angel Coker. In this series, we profile carriers and fleets that have found innovative ways to overcome trucking's challenges. Go ahead and subscribe, and let's get started. So Dave, tell us about Polaris Transportation Group's quantum rating engine. What does it do?
We have decided to build out a quantum rating engine utilizing the latest AI technologies, specifically agentic AI, coupled with some cognitive AI. What we have been working on for the past few years is how can we automate and structure a technology framework that will help our customers and also our internal rating groups in order to process commercial LTL freight quoting in a much more optimized fashion. With rating, it's very complex. Specifically for LTL cross-border, it's not a natural, just a one-size-fits-all. It changes and fluctuates quite often. So customers are looking for the best price with the best service to couple for specifically for brokerages, 3PL brokerages, freight forwarders that we work with, and of course, shippers and consignees that are looking to move freight. They're looking to move it at the best price with the best service. In order to do that, there is a lot of computation that has to happen. In the background, we have a lot of frameworks, tables, pricing indexes, freight classes, pallet rating, all sorts of great things that happen in the background. And it requires a lot of human intervention to really maneuver and make sure that not only are we giving out the best prices for the service areas we're being asked and requested for, but we also want to maintain and make sure that we are making some profit margin in order to successfully be profitable. I think all carriers and transportation companies need to make some money in order to survive. So we want to make sure that we do the same, but at the same time, we want to be fair and we want to be reasonable within that pricing index. So we are looking to automate that process utilizing orchestration of agentic AI frameworks and along with some cognitive AI to basically process the information and move throughout the systems that today human beings have to utilize to actually make those decisions. We feel that with the use of agentic AI and the algorithms that are created, that the agentic AI can actually do some really great, let's call it shortlisting of the data, and really allow users, including our internal rating teams, the ability to basically offer great pricing at a very quick process time. In some cases today, it may take hours to do and get a quote back to customers, which they're waiting patiently. And in many cases, they can't wait that long to basically receive a quote, and they'll move on into other spaces. And of course, with technology today, some of it being API connections point to point from brokerages to shippers to other platforms that are out there, that process actually works well today, but it's very basic. It doesn't have a lot of intelligence. It doesn't have a lot of negotiating prospects or algorithms that can help clients actually achieve a decision and allow customers and carriers to do business together. So that's kind of the framework as an overview or high level. We're looking to help our people and our clients process freight shipments a lot faster, more efficiently, and much more accurately.
Can you walk us through how it works?
This is not an out-of-the-box solution. Although we looked high and low, there are many great companies out there that are doing similar things. However, they base their principles and complexity and algorithms mostly in a industry best practice process. Every country, specifically within Canada and the United States, there are different ways of pricing freight through freight class, some through pallet rating, weights, volumes, and those types of indexes. We do all of them, but it really takes, I think, good detail to basically really understand that rating process and pricing. So the way we're looking to fashion this is to basically start from scratch. We're going to use our RPA machine learning models that we've been using for the last 4 to 5 years, and then utilize some of those large language models to basically have the agentic AI orchestration. So what we're looking to do is through an agentic AI orchestrator, start building an agentic AI army, if you want to call it, that each agentic AI agent will have a task to manage within its own specific algorithms. So the orchestrator's kind of the most important agentic AI framework that will actually compute and take the influx of data and information and then basically route it down through the workflow process of multiple agentic AI agents, where they'll set some probabilities and they will go and process in more detail. Either they will make a decision based on probability frameworks of the data that is being received, or with lack of data, it'll start moving the exceptions either to another agentic AI solution processor, or it will actually move it as an exception and ping a rating agent, a human, actually, to intervene and to process that information. But again, we're looking to do this in sub-seconds rather than, minutes and hours of time.
What challenges are you trying to solve with this innovation? And I know this is something that's still in the works. So what do you anticipate to come from it?
So what we're looking for is a much better, let's call it close rate of our coding process. So we have a very large customer base that is connected to us through either APIs electronically or through web portal, which allows the customer to basically set their parameters. They can put in, where are they shipping from? Where is it shipping to? Dimensions, weights, and any special instructions. Sometimes some of that data is very vague and very loose. And so one of the things that, has an issue is we could incorrectly quote something based on the data payload that we're receiving. So with the minimal amount of data, we can produce a quote, but then again, it may not be as accurate as it could be if we had a lot of this data. So what we're trying to achieve is rapid responses with clients, so that now an agentic AI system would actually come back and interact with the customer and basically ask certain questions, either based on behavior that we've seen from the client in the past, or any net new information that may not be available that is pertinent to basically getting a very accurate quote. So a quote to an order is definitely different when, again, I'll give it a layman example. If you're out there and you want a window replacement in your house, if you call a window supplier, they'll ask you a certain amount of questions that you may not be able to give them right away. They may ask, is it a standard size? And you may not know, and you may say, yeah, I think it's standard. 4x8 is a standard. And that window supplier may provide you a quote just on the basis of what they received as data. But when they come and visit your house, they find out that the window is 14x20. That is definitely a different cost than what they originally quoted. So what we're trying to do is bring that alignment a lot better. So we like less freight auditing to happen. So if we're giving out a quote, we want to be super accurate. We want to be within 95% accuracy. So from a quote to an actual order. So when it actually does happen, the client is actually getting what they've been quoted or very close to it, avoiding extra work after the fact in freight audit requirements. So that's a result. And also, again, speed to delivery. We've got a smaller crew of rating people who are very smart and they do a great job of doing what they do. But again, they just can't handle the volumes that are coming in on a daily basis. 3,000 to 5,000 quotes a day is absolutely too onerous to try to process through just people. We can do a good percentage. And the last thing, of course, what we want to do is we want to satisfy our customers. We want to get back to them in time. We want to give them fair pricing. And we'd like to close a higher rate of quotes to orders than we do today.
That's it for this installment of CCJ Innovators. Check out ccjdigital.com for more trucking content from our editors. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you'll never miss a post from CCJ.